Hey guys, I'm so glad you're with me today. Today we're going to do a simple Shih Tzu outline painting using canvas, a pattern that I got from Creative Fabrica. I will put in the show notes where it's a link where you can sign up if you want to sign up. And we're going to use yarn. I use black yarn because my Shih Tzu is black. I could not find my black pipe cleaners, but I figured gray would work, so I'm going to use my gray pipe cleaners. I may come back later and add something here, but I don't know what color I want to add yet. It's gonna determine how. But a ribbon, and then of course your hot glue gun. I am gonna use this technique is almost the same as when I did the body form technique, but this is gonna be different because I'm using the different hot glue. So I want to first say this is gonna be a simple statement piece. And also a pencil. I forgot about a pencil. Now, guys, when we're doing these crafts, there's a very simple technique for this one. You need a canvas, of course, but go ahead and print out your little pattern that you're using and then lay it face down and come back. And I've already shaded all this, but come back and go with your pencil and shade around like a little dark so that it transfers onto your canvas that you're working on. Like I said, you can Google it if you want, but Creative Fabrica has a lot of different designs that I really love. And so I just Googled Shih Tzu. Line art is what I did, because you can get some that has a little bit more detail on it, but you don't want a lot of detail. So what we're going to start off with is I'm going to actually turn my thing upside down, and I'm just going to start with the outside layer of the Shih Tzu. And I'm going to run a bead of glue. And I have a paper clip here that I went ahead and pulled out like this so that I can use it for placing my yarn. So I don't want to get my hands attacked by hot glue. And this particular, I'm telling you, hot glue strands are awful. They're awful, but you can use a heat gun later. And all you're doing is you're creating an outline. You're not filling it in. I do have a craft coming up with punch art. I'm trying to get this off of me, and somehow, some reason, it wants to stick to me. It's still stuck. No, it's down now. That will be really cool for us to do with this. So you may see another Shih Tzu in our future. The only reason why I chose the Shih Tzu is because we have a Shih Tzu. Allie is part of my brand. She has been around with us for 14 years. And I'm going to see if I can find a good picture of her so I can show you guys what she looks like. She is an old lady, we call her. But she is the sweetest old lady because, like I said, she's 13 years old. And y'all, look at that face. Could you not love that face right there? Isn't she adorable? She's a black and white Shih Tzu. So, and I'll see if I pull up another picture for you guys. We do have a rescue, Gigi, but Allie is my baby. She's the one that stays with me all the time and wants to be around me all the time. There she is right there. She was the runt of the family, runt of the litter. She is a purebred, but actually we got her from someone my husband works with, and we did not pay for her. They look, once the dogs get too big and they don't want to continue creating dogs that, a puppy mill. It wasn't a puppy mill. It was a reputable breeder. Once they sell the puppies, or the puppies are too big to sell, they look for a deserving family to take the puppies. And we were one of the deserving families. And that was almost 14 years ago. Can y'all believe that? She is still as spry as ever. She is a cute little Spitfire who I can't imagine life without. I know time is coming, but I cannot imagine life without her. what you're going to do is, you see what I did, is you can continue around with your yarn. You see I flipped my canvas. You want to flip your canvas so you're not like overreaching for stuff. And I find I did the form painting with the bigger size hot glue gun, and this seems to be better, a little bit better if you're working on canvas wise doing this. This would be really cute if you have a cat. A cat would be a really cute outline, and you could personalize it. When my daughter Maddie got married, she actually had a cat themed rehearsal dinner because her 2 cats were there, and we went all out and did a whole bunch of different things. But her guest book for her wedding, her sister drew, my youngest daughter drew for her, and it was my daughter and her husband, their backs, and kind of like the back of her dress, what her dress looked like. And they had on Maddie's was the black cat because Helix is black and white, and then on Lex's, his was the orange cat. And he kind of got salty, Lex did, for a minute, when he was like, well, why isn't Helix on my side? Because Helix is my cat. Well, they adopted them both together. But it was like, because you couldn't see Helix on that color, on the black suit that he was wearing. So we have that initial outline done here. So now you're going to come back. That's probably the easiest part, because now you're going to come back, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut a piece here and put it right here so that I know that piece works there. And I think I cut it too long, but that's okay. I can make it work right there. Pull that piece up and make it work. Yep. Okay. So you got that part done. This is going to be the hardest part right here. And then when you're looking, as you're working, if you see any hot glue strands, go ahead and pull them up if you can. That's what I was using my paper clip for earlier, because you can see it there. Sometimes they're easier to pull up with the paper clip, because you can put your hand under it and then pull it off. Especially if the ones that you're working with right now in the middle, go ahead and get them and pull them off if you can, because you don't want to glue over those. In North Carolina today, it's wet and rainy. You can probably hear the rain coming off hitting the roof of the log cabin. And I'm just going to lay this piece down and come back with your scissors and just cut. Now, I know those pieces are going to be harder for me to do, so I'm going to go ahead and work up here, work on this particular piece, because I think I can make this at least a continuous piece. So I'm going to go here. And the only reason why I pulled out the pipe cleaners, because I felt like the pipe cleaners, I could make a bigger definition with the eyes with a pipe cleaner. And this does not, the hot glue does not want to stick right here. So if you're doing that, work from the top. Work from the bottom down. Okay. So I have that piece down. So I'm just going to take my glue a little bit. I'm going to see if I can work it around. This has a piece stuck to it. So I'm going to try and pull that up. It's got a lot of hot glue strands on it. These are going to be the death of me, the hot glue strands, because you really can't see it on the white canvas. You kind of got to look and see and hold it up. So I would do that afterwards. I'm gonna put it on high heat because it's on low right now, and I don't think it's, with it being on low heat, it's actually working. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna turn and turn. Now I'm going to come back with my paper clip and press this down, because that needs to be pressed down so it stays flat. You might have to come back with a little bit of glue right here at the end, because I did that on a turn, and just push it down. Okay, so we have that. So now I'm going to come across here And I think I'm going to get a red. I might just pull out my red Sharpie. You can do Sharpies if you want with these. That way you have the tongue and everything. But you're just going to come back and continue on down. You're going to turn. I'm trying to do this in one continuous one so it looks like a continuous strand. I also make sure that when you're doing this, you don't have dog hair. Although Shih Tzus don't shed, our other dog sheds. Gigi, she's a pit bull, lab, English bulldog mix, or American bulldog mix, excuse me. So she sheds a lot. So that's part of her hair right there on this yarn that literally I just got from the package. So I have that down, and now it's stuck on the hot glue gun. Okay, now I got it. So then you have it, well, it's still on my hand. And you're just going to turn. I'm not putting a lot of hot glue down. I'm just working a section at a time because I want to make sure it's precise and I want to make sure the hot glue is going to stick to it. There we go. All right. Then we have this, and this is going to be the section that I cut. And I'm just going to eyeball it right now and cut it. So now the Shih Tzu is out. Now that part's done. Okay, so we have pretty much, we have a little bit of an outline going on. Yes, I do have some hot glue right there because it's like really sticking. And I'm going to come back and wait till it dries and try to pull it up. So I don't pull up everything else. But now we only have this little piece right here. And I noticed when I'm pulling it up and looking at the light, there are some pieces that need to come off. Especially right here. So I'm just going to try and pull them as best as I can off. My chair is covered with hot glue stuff right now. Okay, so I think that, no, there's one more piece. Like, run your hand over it and see if you see anything coming right there where you're going to end up working. And then we're going to come and we're going to do this section in the corner. I went ahead and did that because I know it's going to be caught. I'm going to have to turn this. So we're going to go turn, 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 turn. Okay, we need a little bit of hot glue right there. I'm going to eyeball it to cut it and push it down. Now, what we have left is the little indentation of the mouth and the little pieces right there. So the eyes, we're going to do something totally different. So I know those pieces are going to be about that big. So I'm going to cut two pieces, not two peaches. Cut two pieces like this. And I'm just going to put hot glue right there. And I'm going to come back and just hopefully be able to lay them on top. I think this one might have been too big. So I can actually cut them down. I'm just going to use my scissors to push it down. Okay. Now we have the little right here. Now, I'm going to stop a minute. I actually got Sharpies today. And I have yet to put up my cabinet, my stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and get my red Sharpie out. And instead of doing the definition for the eyes, for the mouth, I'm going to go ahead and get it out and do the mouth that way. And just color it in. That way you have your red mouth. And if you want to come back later with a pipe cleaner and add the red mouth, you can. So we have the mouth. Okay, so now we're missing the eyes, right? And the little fabric here. So what you're going to do is you're just going to, first of all, I'm going to see how big I need to make the eyes. You're just going to take your pipe cleaner and you're going to eyeball it a little bit and cut. So now what I'm going to do, because I know these eyes are pretty much the same size, is I'm going to unroll it again and I'm going to cut this side. So once again, you're going to take your pipe cleaner, take a piece of it. These should be black, but I don't have black. And you're just going to roll it into itself. So you're forming a circle, but it's just being rolled. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come and take your hot glue gun and put a piece and put your eyes there. Same thing for this piece. You're just going to roll it into itself. And you can do this for any type of dog or cat breed. Like I said, I got my pattern from Creative Fabrica, but you can get it with anybody. And then the piece that you have left over that you cut, just continue and do the same thing so you can make the nose. And I'm actually going to look and see if I have a white pipe cleaner that I can stick in the middle. Okay, so I do have a white pipe cleaner. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut 2 very small pieces so that it has the whites of the eye, so the dog has a little bit more definition. And using the same technique that I just did, you're just going to roll it onto itself. And hopefully, I think it's way too big. Hold on. Let me see something. I have this piece right here. You may just, it's still too big. Honestly, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm not going to put the whites of the eyes. There you go, guys. You have a cute little Shih Tzu print for less. All it needs canvas, yarn, hot glue, and a pattern. And because I see this up here and I want to add something right here, and it's just a small piece, I'm going to try and figure out what kind of piece I want to hold up. It's a little bow. I think I'm going to get my pipe cleaner. I have a pipe cleaner. Nope, you know what? I'm going to get a pom-pom and stick the pom-pom in there. This is the great thing about these, is that you use your imagination. I don't like that color, but I do have several other colors down here. I have a whole box I have not opened yet. So I'm going to open this because I've got to sort them anyways. And I think I'm going to use the pink. And just put the pom-pom and put a pom-pom right there. Just going to add hot glue to it. Put your pom-pom. If you have a blue dog, 100% you can use the blue dog. You can also use the hearts that we have as well. And there you have it. A cute little Shih Tzu painting for someone in your life. I just think this is so cute. Of course, now, once you've got it done, you can go back with your heat gun and take all the strands off, heat it up so that these strands come off easy. And there you have it. A Shih Tzu painting. We did it in under 20 minutes. But it's a great work of art. This would be great to give someone who's got a new puppy, or someone who their kids are like their dogs are like their puppies. I mean, like their kids. Also be great if someone lost somebody, and that way you can do it as a memorial for their puppy. But until next time, guys. Bye. Okay. I'm not